What's up everyone, my name is Mark Hawk and today we're doing a quick look of Sony's new HDR-AS30V, also known as the Action Cam 2, their new high-end helmet camera. So let's get out there, check it out. So Sony was kind enough to send us over one of these Action Cam 2s. In this first part we're going to go over kind of what's in the box and some of the features and maybe some of the specifications. In the part 2 video you can check out basically field test footage, just basically us messing around with the camera, kind of getting a sense on how it is and how it holds up to last year's model. So the Action Cam 2 is obviously the second generation of Sony helmet cameras. It's got built-in GPS, we got 1080p at 60 frames per second, new and improved case. So you're going to need a flathead or a coin to sort of get it off the base here. Definitely a big improvement over the packaging from last year's box, which might account for why it might cost so much more than last year's model, but we'll get into that later. So right off the bat you got a new case with the 2 buttons on the side. You got the improved speakers for the microphone here. Last year's one, pretty much the left side seems pretty much the same. It's a lot smaller. That's pretty cool. It's actually a good amount smaller in the case. 2 buttons on the side. Looks like we got an improved lock here. The tripod mount seems to be a little off-centered, which usually is kind of a pain in the butt for me. I'm not a huge fan of that, but this thing is light enough that it might not be a huge issue. Button on the back feels a lot clickier than last year. Last year's was really kind of soft and squishy, and a lot of times I couldn't get a good record on it. So open this up here. Got the same sort of hold in place here for this front part, which mine would sometimes fall off last time, so we'll have to see if that's the case. Actually no, this time it's locked in there. This isn't going to slide out like the other one, so if this breaks off it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt to reattach, but it shouldn't. So here we have the 30. So previous next, just like the last one. You got your battery case, you got your micro SD card. It also works with Sony's proprietary cards, the memory sticks. So I don't know if that's the same one the Vita uses, maybe, but for the most part you guys will be using the micro SDs. So if we compare this to the AS10 and 15, I have a 15 right here, which is last year's Wi-Fi model. Kind of look the same. Again, this is 30, this is a 15 right here. If I put them right on top of each other, they seem to be pretty much the same body. I believe these are actually using the same image sensor as well, so it might account as to why they're pretty much identical in size. The microphones on the front seem to be the same. Can't tell about the lenses. The lens on the 30 does look a minor bit different. It looks a little bigger. That could be really good. Might continue that really good low light support like the 15 did. Top is the 15, bottom is the 30, pretty much the same thing. You got the purple latch here now for the battery, and this has the extra pull out. Oh, so you're not going to have a, well, maybe it's in the box, but right now I'm not seeing the battery tray, which was basically you put your battery on a tray and just slide it in, and you can pull the whole tray out. It makes taking the battery in and out of the Sony HDR or the Action Cams relatively easy, especially when you have gloves and stuff on. So this model features both GPS and Wi-Fi. Now, this time around with the AS30, you're not going to have a no Wi-Fi option. You can only get the Wi-Fi option. There's only one SKU this year. Suits in the box here. Again, the packaging over last year's is way improved. I do like good box packaging. Again, this is last year's. It's just sort of a box, and then when you open the box, it's kind of like really crappy cardboard just sort of holding everything in place. So I'm really hoping the manual in here has improved. Last year it was just kind of like a very thin sheet of newspaper that kind of unraveled out and was really hard to get the information real fast and sort through. Here you got your standard battery. It's the NPBX1, which is the same as last year's model. These are some just generic ones I got. So good, your batteries will be backwards compatible if you have the old one. We're going to have your sort of mounting plate here. This will be for if you want to attach the case to the tripod mount and then use their clip-in system with a lot of their other mounts. Really fast and easy, and it's bright yellow, so it's easy to find. This is one of the adhesive mounts that this would slide into. I'll just open this up real fast, even though I'm sure most of you understand what it probably looks like. Just a standard slide-in tray. Okay, just snaps in like that. It's kind of tough. It's definitely not going anywhere without a lot of force. So again, you just pull right here, force it in there, snaps in. So we just put in one of the last gen batteries into this just to show you that it works with your old batteries. You're also going to have the same Carl Zeiss glass lens that you had from the last series, again set at 2.8 aperture. You're also going to have a focal distance of about 2.5 millimeters, and when you have steady shot enabled, that's going to be reduced to 21.3 millimeters focal distance, just because of how it affects your field of view. So just to wrap it up, you're going to get your flat adhesive mount with the locking plate, you're going to get your curved mount plate, you're going to get your case, your new and improved case that's smaller with new buttons, new locking mechanics, and microphone speaker, but kind of off-center tripod mount. Your camera's going to stay the exact same size as your old ones, but with some added features, GPS, and if you didn't have the Wi-Fi model from last year, you'll have this one. Everything else is pretty much the same. Your battery loses the docking feature. You have some memory card options, so you're not just stuck to micro SD. You can do the memory stick, vice versa. Again, the built-in LCD screen that's kind of like a watch screen, forward next, and an amazing image sensor for nighttime recording footage, and definitely a really nice camera during the day. We're going to check that out in part 2, so just stick with us or just click the link that just popped up and it should take you straight to that and you can see this camera in action. So let's go check it out.